are worthy to be much glorified among the righteous. That's what time it is. Not point the finger at everybody, you ain't nothing, this, that, the third. Now you can refute, you can, like it says, he just said, people refuse to hear his counsel. Now you can reprove people and correct them. That's in love. So that the Most High don't visit them with his wrath, his fiery wrath that he said, I'm going to melt you. Or send his angels to be able to deal with you. Because who he loves, he chastises. So you're going to get anywhere you want. At least it could be a light chastisement. I cried to the Most High to not chastise me so hard. But still on still, I asked accidents and so forth. No. So he let me go for a long time. A long time. He hit me, bam. 10 years, and bam, hit me again. Boom. But, hey, got to deal with it. We love each other, you don't know what he's going to do. You got to accept it. Keep it moving. So, I want you to see something, because a lot of you think, and the ones that you following and you think you going to date, because they got the power now, they the superpower of the earth, you kind of like rolling with them in the way they are and think that you're going to be able to be okay. Listen what it says in 2 Ezra 13 and verse 35. You can read from the top, and it's giving an interpretation right now of what he was telling them. But due to time constraint, I'm going to shorten it up. In 2 Ezra 13, we're going to look at verse 35. It says, but he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion, representing the 12 tribes of Israel. And Zion shall come, we the 12 tribes of Israel, 1/3, mind you, the remnant, and shall be showed to all men, being prepared and builded, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands. And this my son, that you know who he's talking about, Mashiach Yahushua, but he's coming in his angelic power, shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest, that's the fire, and shall lay before them their evil thoughts and the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented. Before they be tormented, he gonna tell them their evil thoughts and how they get ready to be tormented, which are like unto a flame by this fire that he's coming with. And he shall destroy them. How? Without labor. Because out of his mouth will come sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations. Revelation 19 and 15. Without labor by what? By the law, which is like unto fire. You hear that? He gonna destroy them by the law that you poach up in preachers saying we ain't under. He gonna be killing you, saying thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not eat abomination. Be killing. We read it in Isaiah 66:15 down about the dietary law. Don't get it twisted. He said he gonna be destroying them by fire without labor by the law, which is like unto fire. That fire gonna come out. He gonna be talking to you as that fire coming out. Look, out of his mouth. Look, it's coming out of his mouth. Go to verse 9 and 10. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude, the army, the navy, the marines, the air force of all these nations that came, he neither lifted up hand nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, that he's destroying them by the law, which is like unto fire. That's this fire right here that he's giving an interpretation of in verse 38. And they were all mixed together. The blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight. and burned them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. Said, when I saw this, I was afraid, scared him. Seeing that, he said, hey, can you imagine that? You seeing all these multitude of Army, Navy, and Marines coming to fight Mashiach Yahushua. Look, better ask somebody. Revelation 19 and 15. And out of his mouth go up a sharp sword that we just read about, that with it he should smite or kill the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. That rod of iron is what he say, the law. And he treaded the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Almighty Most High. So all you that think that you can still roll and be Edomised if you want to, Isaiah 13 and 9, behold, the day of the Most High cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners, those that break his laws that you say we not under, thereof out of it. So when you say we're not under the law, we're not under the law of sacrifice. That's what you got to realize. That Mashiach sacrifices precious body. His blood was shed for the 12 tribes of Israel. See, he's going to destroy all the sinners out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light, for all the destruction that's going to be going on. You just heard about it. Some of it, you just heard about it today in this lesson. So you ain't going to see no light from no stars, no moon, no sun, nothing. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine, for all the soot and the massive destruction that's be going on. He said, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. That's the best gold. He's going to make a man more precious than fine gold. Therefore will I shake the heavens. Hear what he said? He's going to shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place. We in the atmosphere right now. We in the universe. It's going to remove out of their place. Whew. In the wrath of the Most High of hosts of armies. The day of his fierce anger. What you going to do when he come for you? And it shall be as a chased roe. It going to be as a chased deer. And as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Everybody going to be running to their own land. They're going to flee to their own people, and they're going to go to their own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Who's it talking about? Verse 1, the burden of Babylon. So everyone that's found going to be thrust through, going to be killed. And everyone that is joined unto them, all you that want to be joined unto them, you want to be Edomised, you want to be the evil of our nation and other nations. You don't want to follow this righteousness of the Most High, coming back to his laws, statutes, commandments, moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws. Everyone that's joined unto them, no matter what. You can think like you say, he told you in Romans 1:32, concerning men with men and women with women. You have pleasure with them, you deserve death too. That's what it said. So you join unto them, shall fall by the sword. You're going to die too. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. I know it sounds, really, really, really harsh. Just the word of the Most High. You got to deal with him on it. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. Jump down to verse 18. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces. When they shoot them missiles, You're going to dash the young men to pieces. And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. That's pregnant women. Their eyes shall not spare children. Y'all ready for this? In Babylon, America, the glory of kingdoms, superpower of earth, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, because they go by, you know, Babylonians and these so-called Africans' traditions and so forth. Look at the back of the dollar bill. Shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. You're going to rain fire down on this place to destroy it. It shall never be inhabited. You see, it shall never be inhabited. Neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts in the desert shall lie there. And their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there. And Saturn shall dance there. Poisonous snakes. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses. And dragons in their pleasant place palaces. And her time is near to come. And her days shall not be prolonged. You better hear what he said. Her days shall not be prolonged, because her time is near to come. Hear the word of the Most High. So, this is what we got to look at in trying our best to not allow ourselves to be caught up with the wicked, or you're going to have to pay. Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus. Look at Ecclesiasticus 32 and 7, because you know we got to go over some rules and regulations so you see that this world is all backwards. Ecclesiastes 32 and 7 says, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked. See, let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words." Few words. Not running your mouth talking too much. Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue. You know, a lot of times, I know what I know, but I don't say nothing. I don't have to say nothing. You ain't got to spew all that you know all the time. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words. You're supposed to take the time to learn as much as you can learn from them. It's very important, because the time, like you said, the time is short. Look at Ecclesiastes 34. No, Ecclesiastes 12. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 and 14. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? He's messing, you know, they be do 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 do. They had a snake coming up. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent or a poisonous snake, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? You know, they always go out there. It's a nice little lion. They just eat them up. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? You hear that? So one that goeth to a sinner, and you know that they are sinners, you know they're a sinner. One that go to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? Ain't no pity on you. You better hear the word of the Most High. A lot of people think, oh, y'all still Edomized, or y'all still think that, you know, the Most High know your heart, and all you got to do is do whatever you do, and you're going to be forgiven. No, that mercy and grace coming off. That's why you better hear what he's saying. It's so important at this time. Ecclesiasticus 34 chapter, and we're going to read verse 13 to 17. The spirit of those that fear the Most High shall live. The spirit of those that are afraid and scared of the Most High shall live. For their hope is in him. That's your faith. Your hope is the faith is in him that saveth them. Whoso feareth the Most High, who's afraid and scared of the Most High, shall not fear nor be afraid. Because you don't get a spirit of fear, but of power and of a sound mind. Whoso feareth the Most High shall not fear nor be afraid, for he is his hope. Blessed is the soul of him that feareth the Most High. To whom does he look, and who is his strength? For the eyes of the Most High are upon them that love him. He is their mighty protection and strong stay, a defense from heat, and a cover from the sun at noon, a preservation from stumbling, and an help from falling. That's our power. He raises up the soul, enlighten the eyes. He giveth health, life, and blessing. People want to be healed from all these things that we have coming on this earth. And you want to make sure they don't touch you. You better fear the Most High. That's what he's saying. Ecclesiasticus 27 and 3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Most High, his house shall soon be overthrown. Gonna lose what you building. It's gonna be overthrown. Verse 12. If thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time, but be continually among men of understanding. You hear that? Observe the time, but be continually among men of understanding. Understanding this truth. Ecclesiastes 28 and verse 3. One man beareth hatred against another, and does he seek pardon from the Most High? A man got hatred against another, and do he seek pardon from the Most High? He showeth no mercy to a man, which is like himself. Mercy is not getting something you do deserve. Want to make sure you get just what you deserve. Think that he should get. And does he ask for forgiveness of his own sins? Is he going to ask for forgiveness for his own sins? If he that is but flesh nourishes hatred, who will it treat for pardon of his sins? Who going to pray for the pardon of his sins when he's nothing but hatred? Once I say you don't forgive, your prayers, once I ain't hearing you, he ain't going to forgive you your sins. Remember thy end, he said. And let enmity, that's warfare, cease. Remember corruption and death, and abide in the commandments. Remember the commandments, and bear no malice to thy neighbor. Remember the covenant, the contract, the agreement that the Most High have given us, the 12 tribes of Israel. His laws are the highest. And wink at with ignorance. He winked at ours. Acts 17 to 30. He said, but you require all men to repent.